And we're going to go through type text, the AI prompts, and external instructions insertion. So to start out with, let's do type text. This is, I think, one of our most powerful features. This is something that's used all the time, and it's just really great. So if you go on the instructions editor, I'm just showing here, you click an arrow here, it clicks you to the icon to actually start writing the type text. So like whatever value you put in this field here is what's going to show up in the environment. And then you save that, you get this little icon here that shows you that the type text is there and ready. And then when you actually run the lab, you'll see what that does. It'll be right here. I'm just going to go to the next slide. You'll see how it says this password. And as somebody clicks that icon, it'll actually populate the password in this in the environment. So on the left side, I'm showing the live environment, and the right side is the instructions. So things that this is really powerful for are exactly like passwords, any kind of syntax that needs to be exactly put how it needs to be. Type text is super powerful because it's nothing more frustrating than being in a lab and trying to enter in, this really long text string, and it's just not working because you're missing one little space or something like that. And another place I saw that where this was really good was I was at a conference where we were helping run events, and it was a data conference. I'm not going to say the name of the company, but they have large queries that they wanted the students to be able to put into the software and go to where they were in the lab. So all the user has to do is just click this icon. It puts the query into the software, and bam, they're right where they need to be. So super powerful. Another really good example is SSH keys. If you're familiar with those can be super long. And so if you're trying to do a security lab, you can just click the button, SSH keys comes over, and the learner is off and running. So really powerful, really exciting one. That's one of our big differentiators. Okay, the second one is going to do an AI prompt. Obviously, everybody's doing AI. So we're no different. So once again, here's the instructions editor. You click the icon, you go to AI generated content. And this is where you're going to put the title of the prompt, and then you would actually populate the prompt here, much like you would into ChatGPT or any AI model. So here I'm just asking to act as a professional lab builder and create lab instructions on how to build a cell in a spreadsheet. So I click that, I hit insert. It shows up in the instructions here. And then when you actually run the lab, it looks like this. And you can see the instructions are just generated for you perfectly. They're really impressive how AI does that. It does it pretty well. And that's just a way to make it easier, make it faster to build labs. Using AI is always helpful. It's why do things if you can have someone else doing for you, right? So that's a great feature. Okay, the last one I'm going to touch on is instructions include. This is really great for a lot of our authors that want version history. They want an audit trail for changes. Another really good example is sometimes people will make a lab series, or lots of times they make a lab series, and they need like the same starting instructions to be in every lab. So if you're creating 10 labs, you can just create the same starting instructions. For example, let's say it's on GitHub, and then you reference the URL here. You just click this icon, put the URL in of the external instructions. It looks like this when it's in the instructions editor, and then the actual live lab looks like this. I'm just showing you on the right here quick. I don't have a separate screen for that one, but as you can see, it just renders whatever is sitting on GitHub or Google Drive or whatever your external source is. It'll just pull it in and render it in the lab. And then if you're doing 10 labs, you can just guarantee that same startup instructions are in every single lab. And another beautiful thing is if you need to change it, you can just change it in one place, and all 10 labs are immediately updated with the right instructions.